What's up guys, AJ here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about why I believe starting a YouTube channel for real estate agents is the #1 free lead generation strategy that has ever existed. I've actually been on YouTube since 2015, and over the years I've been able to kind of become a, real estate influencer, for lack of a better term. And I've built a huge business largely because of social media, primarily with my focus being on YouTube. So I've seen YouTube evolve over the last, say, 7-8 years, and it's just been over the last 2 to 3 years when I see real estate agents really being able to use YouTube as a lead generation tool in their local markets. And I think if you utilize this strategy that I'm going to be talking about, it would be a lights out opportunity for your business. I remember all the way back in like 2010 posting my first YouTube video, and it was literally a video of my dog. I think if you're old enough, we can all remember the early days of YouTube, funny cat videos, just different random things you might be watching on YouTube, but nobody was really utilizing it for business yet. And then you started to see the influencers start producing content on YouTube, like personal development, social media type influencers, whatever it might be. And when I started to see that, I started to see the power of YouTube for business owners and entrepreneurs, but I didn't really see a lot of value for the local real estate agents or the local businesses in general, because traditionally when you would go to YouTube, you would search maybe like, how to fix this, how to do that, how to become a better business person. And it was really for people who could maximize their influence on a nationwide or even a worldwide platform with all those eyeballs coming in from different states, different countries, different cities. But now the SEO with YouTube has gotten so good over the last few years, and with it really just being a world where we're also interconnected and people are going to YouTube and social media more and more to find out where they might want to live, get information for when they're being relocated. They're actually going to YouTube and typing in things like, what is Charlotte, North Carolina like? Should I move to Raleigh or North Carolina? What do homes sell for in North Carolina? What's the average cost of living in Charlotte, North Carolina? They're typing these things in Google and YouTube. And what's interesting is YouTube's actually the #2 search engine in the world. The first being Google. And who owns YouTube? Well, it's Google. So you might notice over the last couple of years when you search something in Google, halfway down the page or even right at the top, you'll see recommended videos, and those are YouTube videos. And what catches your eye first? A big thumbnail with something that engages you with what the video might be about, or just a plain text heading of what a website might be about? Of course, the picture. We've all heard it said, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Well, that is so true, and especially when it comes to Google searches, when you actually see a video that relates to what you're looking for, you're going to click that 9 times out of 10. So why YouTube as a platform for real estate agents? Other than what I just mentioned, with it being the #2 search engine in the world, that's reason enough to have a presence on YouTube. But did you know that 240 million Americans are on YouTube, meaning they have a YouTube account? That is crazy. I mean, the population of the US, last time I checked, is 330 million people. I'm sure it's gone up since then, but that's just mind-boggling to think that the majority of Americans are on YouTube. And get this, 64% are on it on a daily basis, spending 19 minutes on average on the platform. On a weekly basis, 92% of these 240 million Americans are on YouTube. Half of the world is on social media platforms at this point. It's just the fact that YouTube can no longer be ignored by real estate agents. Let's do a survey of one being you. Over the last couple of years, do you find yourself consuming more videos specifically on YouTube? Do you find yourself going to YouTube maybe even over Google, searching for things? I know I have. I probably spend 30 minutes to an hour every single day on YouTube. I'm out for a walk with my phone in my pocket, letting a YouTube video run versus listening to podcasts or music oftentimes now. YouTube is going like this. Video's going like this. So as a real estate agent, if you don't have a strong video presence moving forward, you're really going to get behind. Let's just take, for example, you have agent A, agent B, Let's call them Jim and John for the sake of me being able to remember the names. So you got Jim and John in one real estate market. And Jim decides, you know what, I'm just going to stick to prospecting. I'm going to stick to buying pay-per-click leads, paying for Zillow. But agent B, John over here, he's like, you know what, I'm going to take advantage of YouTube. It's a free platform to be on. I don't have to spend any money on expensive leads. I don't have to spend 3 hours a day prospecting for new business and all the other benefits I'm going to talk about in a second. Which agent do you think is going to win in the long run? Well, it's going to be agent B, John. And there's a lot of reasons for that, and let me touch on them real quick here for you. One huge benefit that John is going to get by having a YouTube presence is having the celebrity effect. There's actually been studies done that when you watch content on a mobile device or on TV, it's a celebrity effect that happens. It's so funny, I'll have people that reach out to me on social media, I'll hop on a call with them to chat about partnering with me at EXP, and a lot of times they say, oh my gosh, I didn't think it was going to be you. I can't believe I'm talking to you right now, or I'll bump into them at a conference and they'll want to take a selfie. And I find that so interesting and fun at the same time, because I like to add value to people's lives, and I'm thankful that I'm impacting them in some way. But it's just interesting because all I do is produce some content on YouTube, but yet they see me as somebody who has expertise in my field, which gives me more influence in their business. That's exactly what you want with homeowners, buyers, and sellers. You want, when you meet them, to be kind of a mini celebrity, because what that does when you show up to show them that house or for that listing appointment, they already know, like, and trust you. And when someone knows you, likes you, and trusts you, well, then they're more likely to do business with you. It's so cool how that happens. So if nothing else, by producing content on video, even if it wasn't YouTube, but you're just sending it to your email database, which is what I used to do when I still had my real estate team before I sold it, before YouTube really had the power that it does now, I would just create 2 videos a month and send them to my database. And just by doing that, it positioned me as the market expert. Number 2, by implementing a YouTube strategy, John has a marketing machine in place that works 24/7. How many hours can you lead generate or prospect in a given week? If you're at the top of your game, you're probably spending 15 hours a week. If you're dabbling, you might be spending 3 to 5 hours a week. Either way, John over Jim has created this marketing machine that's running 24/7. People from all over the world, all over the state, all over the city, all over the country can be watching his content 24/7. It's making YouTube work for you. It's making YouTube a prospecting machine for you. Fast forward 5-10 years down the road. John's been making 2 YouTube videos a week, promoting his town that he lives in. Jim's been over here grinding away, prospecting, spending money on leads, never-ending hamster wheel. As soon as you stop prospecting, as soon as you stop spending money on leads, your business falls off a cliff. With YouTube, it keeps going up and up and up, because videos that you made 5 years ago are probably still getting views and still getting searched for. I have videos that I made back in 2015 that every single month are still getting views. So over a 5 to 10 year period, think of the lifestyle of the business that each agent has. Jim's still running on a treadmill, running as fast as he can to keep up with his lifestyle. Whereas John, on the other hand, has this asset that he's built that's generating qualified buyers, qualified sellers on a regular basis. It's working whether or not he's actually working. He's on vacation, leads are still coming in. Maybe at this point he's just handing off these warm leads, getting a referral fee from agents in his market who are more than happy to work those leads and pay him a referral fee because they're such good quality leads. What does the quality of life look for these 2 agents? I've been that agent, hustling expireds, hustling FSBOs, seller prospecting, buying all those leads. And while I built a good business and had a great income, it was reliant 100% on me to show up every single day, make those follow-up calls, make those prospecting calls, or my business would have stopped. Versus YouTube, I've created multiple streams of income as a real estate influencer. I don't even really like to call myself that because I don't think of myself that way. But there's just no other term that I can think of for it. But I've created multiple streams of income from the various videos that I've made that are allowing me to live a very unique lifestyle that gives me time freedom, financial freedom, and location freedom. And this is now available for even a local real estate agent. So if you want more time to focus on your family, on your hobbies, your passions, doing the things that you want to be doing, then definitely subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And while you're at it, hit the like button. And if you have any questions or comments, or if you already have a YouTube channel, go ahead and post it in the comments below. I'd love to see it. I hope by now you can see that YouTube can no longer be ignored for real estate agents. Right now is an amazing time to get started because it's proven to work and it's still a blue ocean. What do I mean by blue ocean? Side note, if you haven't read Blue Ocean Strategy, it's a great book. It's about the concept of there's blue ocean and red ocean strategies. Red ocean strategies, meaning there's blood in the water, it's highly competitive, is like expired listings. I mean, calling expired listings right now is tough. There's a lot of competition. Same with for sale by owners. Buying pay-per-click leads, Zillow leads, how often do you call these leads and they're like, oh, I'm already working with somebody else, or you call an expired and they're like, you're the 10th agent that called me today. That is like crazy red ocean, and those are the waters that I swam in and built my business, and let me tell you, it's tough. Whereas YouTube right now is a blue ocean strategy. Just search your market right now. If you're in, I don't know, let's say Minneapolis, search moving to Minneapolis or living in Minneapolis and see what comes up. You can actually see the competition in your market right now. If nobody comes up, well, that's a really good sign because you have zero competition. Most likely, one or two agents will come up. And what you'll find is either they just threw some videos on YouTube, it's not very strategic, but because they put up some content and no one else is being very strategic, well, they're showing up in the search rankings. Or you'll see some people who are really killing it. And even if they're really killing it and they got, say, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000 subscribers and hundreds or thousands of views on their videos, that's still a good sign because you know it will work in your local market. I mean, if you're in the middle of nowhere, like farm country, well, hey, nobody's probably relocating there, very few people, so a YouTube channel may not work best in those markets. So when you see that other people are doing it in your market, it shows that it's proven to work in your market. And let me tell you, if there's people moving to your area on a regular basis, it will work in your market. So don't think, oh, that person's already killing it in my market. Think, well, hey, that person's killing it. I'm going to model their success. I'm going to watch what they're doing and use it to inspire what I can do with my own channel. And know in your heart that as long as you take consistent action, some people are going to be drawn to that channel, that agent, that personality style. But some people are going to be drawn to you for your uniqueness, your individualness, if that's a word, on your take on your city, on the things that you like to do in your market. So just be yourself and know that, hey, there's 240 million Americans on YouTube. Some are going to be drawn to your style and to your perspective. So don't let that stop you seeing that competition. Just put yourself in the shoes for a second of somebody who's prospecting, grinding day after day after day for 5-10 years. Nothing's changing. You're always waking up. You're always following up with prospects. You're always getting hung up on. You meet a buyer, you meet a seller. You haven't established know, like, and trust yet, so you're still trying to earn their business. And that's what most agents do. And then imagine being the other agent who builds this celebrity brand in your local market on YouTube. You show up to meet with prospects. They already know, like, and trust you, so they're going to do business with you. They're excited to do business with you. They're excited to refer you to their friends and family. And rather than always having to, sell yourself on why they should do business with you, instead of always having to chase prospects down and chase leads down, it's like you've probably heard 10 days of pain for buyer lead generation, call them 1,000,000 times in 10 days, follow up with them until they buy or until they die. Instead of that old mentality, just having this ease of business, an acronym me and my partners love to use is ELF, easy, lucrative, and fun. I'll tell you, YouTube is easy, lucrative, and fun. And not being easy like, it's just so easy to do. It is easy to do, it takes consistency, but just the ease and the fun of it. Whereas hard is like having 100 expireds a week hang up on you. That's hard. Lucrative. YouTube's extremely lucrative. All the leads that you can generate from YouTube will blow your mind. And then you see, I'm having fun. When I first started with YouTube, I was scared. I did not want to publish the video. I didn't want my friends or family to see it. I was embarrassed by it. I'm still embarrassed by my original videos. But eventually you get to the point where it's fun. It's fun to produce new content. And I'll tell you what, creating YouTube videos that last forever and are working for you 24/7 is way more fun than grinding away, prospecting, and paying thousands or tens of thousands of dollars every month on leads. All right, so if you stayed all the way to the end, give me a hashtag make money in the comments. Would love to see who stayed all the way to the end. And I'm going to be producing more content around YouTube for your local real estate business. In fact, I'm actually creating a local real estate channel myself, and we'll be documenting the process as well as I can, but you'll be able to see the success that I'm having over time. I'll be reporting the leads that I'm getting and things like that, just to give you an idea of how I would go about doing it, now being an expert on YouTube myself from being on the platform for almost 10 years now. So if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and again hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.